What is up, everyone? It is 9:15 on Friday night of XP weekend, so you can see Remixes. They got their stuff on the stage, but I'm about to be out of town for a week for a children's or not children's ministry conference, just a church conference. It's in the same location as a children's ministry conference a few weeks later, but I'm not going to be at that one. So I'm going to be in Nashville, Tennessee, and then I land. And then in about 18 hours later, I'm in the car headed to Central Oregon. So I will not be here next weekend. That's like the 9th plus 7th, 16th and 19th. I won't be here. I'm going to walk you through really quick week one of the Rams series. So the videos are a little bit cheesy, a little bit hokey. There's some pirates that start off doing some silly stuff and a little bit tie in the story. And I think our younger kids are going to love it. And I think our older kids, quite frankly, I'm going to be honest, they might tolerate it. They're not as quality, like it's not as HD as Carl is, but it's not going to be like, for someone who hates Carl, it's not going to be worse than that, okay? So what I wanted to show you, though, is every week we're going to be playing this board game with our kids. And again, this is all stuff that was created by Dr. John Van Epp and his team, and hopefully you were here this past weekend, and if not, go watch that online because he was awesome. So they created a board game that walks through the 5 elements of the RAM curriculum, which we are calling relationships. So there's the know, trust, rely, commit, and touch. And so this board game takes place it's pirate themed. And so you roll a dice. Every kid, up to 12 kids in a group, get a little pawn like this. So you have, here's a white one, and here's an orange one, and here's a blue one. And there are 12 of them. If for some reason your group were to have 14, then what I would say is have your kids partner up and do 7. Okay, so don't make it to where it's like, hey, now we have 12 and 2 kids have to pair up. Like, just have every kid pair up, and when you roll the die, I'm about to move the computer and show you the board. Your ports have this on them. So this is the blue port, the port of trust. And when you're setting up your board, you will see there's a blue section. So you'll take all of the cards for the port of trust, and you'll put that there. Same thing. Port of no, it's red. There's red, green, 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 yellow, and then black. Now, if you're here and you roll the dice and it says, oh, look, I hit the amount I needed to get to the port of no. It's not possible on your first turn. Don't worry about it. When you pull that, you land on it, and you go, great. If you roll 3, just go 3, next team's turn. But if you roll up to this, you land on the red dot, then you go to the port of no and ask a question on the back of it. So have that kid or that pair answer this question. What is one way that you can get to know God? Great. That's a great starter question. That's what it is. These are small group discussions, small group starter questions. Another example for that, let me just throw this in the middle here. The next team lands on the same spot. Okay, what is a question that you can ask someone you've just met? Well, again, these are get to know you questions. What's something that you could ask someone? But then as you get farther, you get to the port of rely, and that's the third step. So then the questions are, what is one need that you rely on your family to meet? Okay, that's a little bit of a deeper question. It's not, what's a get to know you question? It's, hey, how do we rely on other people? What is one way you can rely or start relying on God? So again, you have those for the yellow. And then if you get a little bit further, now you're in the green. When you are sad, upset, or hurt, what type of touch makes you feel better? Because one of the things that we're talking about is relationships from a biblical, godly perspective. And so we're not saying that, hey, touch is bad, but we're saying the wrong kind of touch with someone that you're not committed to, that you don't trust, that you don't know, that is bad. So when you're sad, what kind of touch do you like? Because here's the thing. We have kids who come into our room for the first or second or third time, and they don't know us, but they get hurt. And our instinct is to go and give them a hug. Our instinct is to go and check on them. And that's a way that we're touching kids, and we go, hey, what's the right way to do that for the relationship that I have with this kid as a volunteer student, but also as a child, adult, and also as basically a stranger, but a stranger that has been given a level of trust. So you see what we have here is this is a building block. Along with that, so every group will have one, if not two of these boards. So that way, even if you had like 12 kids and you wanted to let them, like if you had 12 fifth graders, okay, great. Break them into 6 and 6 and let them run their own game. They can run this. Like, hey, when you land on the blue circle, draw a blue card and answer the question. So the other thing is this. I'm looking for it. Give me a second. Oh, I put them down here. Sweet. This is actually, it was developed to be a game that families could play at home. So there is a family like, hey, here's kind of how to use this. We are not giving this out to families because we had to pay a certain amount of money for every board game. So we only bought them for you as small group leaders to use in your small groups. So feel free to grab one of these and look through it. I'll have it with your small group stuff. You won't use it during the hour of church, but you can certainly look through that. And then it says, if a kid reaches the finish line, give them a prize from the treasure box. And so it also comes with a little treasure box. So I will throw like some fruities or like little cheap candies or something in the treasure box, and then if a kid gets to the end, you can get that out and let them get a prize. The other thing to know, the memory verse changes every single week this series. So if your kids can say the memory verse on their way out, feel free to give them a piece of candy. Normally I say, hey, you can't do it your first week because that's not really memorizing, it's just regurgitating. But with the way this series works, that works. So they can win a prize from the game. They can also win a prize. I know some of you said you're doing it for bringing their Bibles. Love it. They can get a prize for the game, prize for bringing their Bible, prize for saying the memory verse. Really load up on the treasure with our pirate-themed stuff in the Ram relationship series. So if you have any questions on that, I'm not going to be, like I said, I'm not going to be here, but I'm working. I'm on the clock. I'm not on vacation. Text me. I'll be in classes and seminars and stuff. So if I don't respond right away, just know I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to pay attention and make the cost that the church, took to send me to this thing is worthwhile. And then anything other than that, if you're not in a RAM relationship small group, join one, get in one, because this is one of those things where during the planning process, I just kind of resent the whole thing. Cause I'm like, it's just more work for me. But then once it gets here, I'm always really glad. That's how experiencing God was that way. And I can't think of what we called it. Post-fall is called it follow, and we called it, we walked through Jesus' life for like 10 weeks, and it worked super, super great. And anyway, if you're not in a group, I highly encourage you, sign up, get in a group. Other than that, that's all I got for you. Have a great day, night, evening, afternoon, week, weekend, whatever it is. So enjoy. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.